Welcome to another electric van man review here in the heart of Bedfordshire. But this vehicle has been far further than the heart of Bedfordshire. In fact, over 1,800 miles in 6 days. A pretty impressive ride for an electric van. But before we go any further, of course, there are plenty of other reviews for you to check out. All the van stats that you need to help make an informed decision. Do subscribe and follow, and let's get on right now with the review. Just as an aside, I will be using some footage from my 1,500 miles that we did in this vehicle the other week. So this is the Maxus E-Deliver 7. This is pretty much brand new to the market, with first deliveries going into service right about now in July 2024. I quite like the striking look of this vehicle with the standard LED running lights. I like the grille and just quite a powerful set front end. This model has the front fog lights as well as standard, which is great because the standard spec for this vehicle as a whole is really strong. So as I always say, with electric vans, you need to be sure that it is practical and fit for purpose for a job in your business before making any other decision about going electric or not. So let's consider the E-Deliver 7 and the stats that come alongside it for this vehicle. So the E-Deliver 7 comes with 1,226 kilos of payload. Now there is two battery sizes, so that's with the 77 kilowatt hour battery. With the 88 kilowatt hour battery, you'll go further, but you won't be able to carry as much. You'll lose about 120 kilos, so 1,100 kilos in the bigger battery version. There is also an additional roof version, so you can go higher on the roof, enabling you to stand up and do things in the back of this van. But that will of course take a little bit more weight as well. But you've got plenty of options to fit around your business. So with up to 8.6 cubic meters with that high roof, and with two load length options giving you 6 and 6.6 cubic meters, this gives you a good variety of finding out whether it will fit for you. This version has been racked out by TGS Automotive with a really good and simple racking system, a nice Legend load floor, all names that are becoming familiar to us in the market with their work alongside electrification, both for TGS and for Legend. Legend in particular creating recycled flooring out of rubber, minimizing the impact on the environment and also being super light, much lighter than wood. So barn doors at the back with 90-degree opening, nicely locking out at that point. And of course, we can get to 180 degrees as well, allowing you to pull up to the bumper and load your vehicle nice and easily with pallets that will go through the 1,220mm rear wheel arches. But of course, with the racking in, that might not be quite so easy, but it's configurable. That can be there or it can be not there. You can add roof racks, ladder racks. You can add a ladder onto the back of the door. This is what I love about vans. The limit of a van is your imagination. You can do what you need to do in order to make it fit for your business. So with payloads up to 1,200 kilos and a very configurable body space, including the high roof giving you up to 8.6 cubic meters, This is probably going to be a very practical solution if you're looking at a medium-sized van. So let's then consider the electric credentials. Now the reason I've opened this side door is because the charge points have been put down here. Now the charge points give you both AC and DC charging. AC charging up to 11 kilowatts an hour. So that means if you're charging at 11 kilowatts and you've got a 77 kilowatt hour battery, it will take just 7 hours to fill from empty to absolutely full. But of course, the more likely calculation that you'll need is that rapid charge that takes you from 10 to 80% in just 42 minutes. It charges very regularly at 73 kilowatts the minute you plug it in and goes all the way up to 80% at that number. It then will begin to drop off and slow a little bit. But I have to say, I've been very impressed with the consistently high performance of the charging speeds of the eDeliver 7. It meant that the journey that I did over 300 miles a day on some days was easily achieved because of this consistent and stable charging curve. So how far is the battery going to take me when I am full? Well, on the 77 kilowatt hour battery, which this one was, it definitely took us over 180 miles on a full charge. We were getting 2.6 miles per kilowatt hour. And so that translated onto the 88, that's going to give you 226 miles of your WLTP range, and real world range is definitely going to exceed 200 miles. So we've seen that it's practical, we've seen that the electric credentials are really strong and can meet many a use case. Question, is it safe? Well, this vehicle comes with a lot of the advanced driver assistance systems, the ADAS features, which is a camera there in the windscreen aiding lane assist. There's also emergency brake force distribution. There is alerts when you get close to a vehicle in front and you are not braking. It's of course got parking sensors allowing you to park with ease, and a reversing camera allowing you to have visibility at the back of the vehicle when you're reversing. There's blind spot assist and all of the features that you've come to expect in modern cars and vans. The list of safety equipment is quite comprehensive, and you should feel that your drivers will be very well equipped when it comes to safety in the eDeliver 7. So, practical, electric credentials are strong, and it's safe. So, let's get in and have a drive and put this to the test. It is worth pointing out one small niggle, that the automatic electric brake doesn't automatically come off when you put your foot on the accelerator once you're in drive, and that can be just a teeny bit irritating. So once inside the cab of the eDeliver 7, and bear in mind I've spent 1,800 miles on a trek around the country in this vehicle, it is actually very comfortable. There is a good amount of equipment on the steering wheel, allowing you to deal with functionality around the phone and around the stereo, all nice and easily. Also, cruise control, you were able to set that from here and adjust the various different elements of the adaptive cruise control, which measures the distance between you and the vehicle in front, obviously keeping you a sensible distance. There are some challenges with some of the equipment in the vehicle. So the adaptive cruise control doesn't really like the rain. It rains and it stops kind of seeing in the distance. So that's a bit of a challenge. Also, once you're behind the wheel of the vehicle, you've got to remember to adjust all of the settings to suit your personal desires. Otherwise, it will be telling you with annoying little bleeps what you're doing wrong, be it straying out of a lane, which can be handy of course, or going over a particular speed limit, which again can be handy if you're wanting to stay within the law. But you can turn off the noise and it will still alert you to the fact that you are over the speed limit. So all of these settings are here in the screen device. So if you have Apple CarPlay connected, you can't see the Maxus screen. So you have to select Maxus in the screen, and then it brings you back to the home screen. It gives you your radio and a couple of other bits. You can adjust the widgets that you can see here. And also you can go into a headline sort of summary of the settings where you can select speed limit reminder, turn that off or turn that on. Blind spot assist, you can turn it on and off, overspeed warning and other bits and pieces. You can also put on the driver heated seat and so on like that. So that is all good, but you do need to go into the settings facility to turn off lane keeping assist and disable that, and also to turn the tone off of the speed limit assist as well. There are other elements here that you can go into and select and understand, and it can be quite comprehensive. You can also get the energy function where you can set your energy regeneration level. So that's the bit where you lift your foot off the accelerator and the motor retards and allows you to generate energy and put it back into the battery. That can be quite helpful, but you probably want to turn that off for the higher speed journeys on the motorway, as we discovered. So in terms of driver comfort, you have got a good number of adjustments on the seat, including lumbar support. You've got adjustments on the steering wheel up and down. You can't move it forward and back. We do have a wonderful little armrest, and of course when you need to do a little bit of work, you have a facility here to rest stuff, and also a couple of additional cup holders along with the cup holders either side here. There's some nice cubby holes, one for your phone there, one for perhaps the key, and in the side door also a good number of cubby holes. So if you're doing a journey of 1,800 miles in 5 days, then, or 1,500 miles in 5 days, then actually it does become quite a comfortable home. So as a driving experience, the eDeliver 7 is pretty straightforward. Everything that you would imagine from an electric vehicle, from smooth takeoff as you pull away through to easy cruising speeds. The noises that I talked about can be somewhat irritating from time to time as you're driving along. Obviously what you want is just to be able to focus on your driving. The information that's there is designed to give you insight into how you're driving, but sometimes less is more. All that said, this performed extremely well around the 1,800 miles that we did over a 6-day period. 5 days doing over 300 miles in many cases. The vehicle performed well, it's comfortable to drive, and as we've said, it's hugely practical, giving you space and weight that you might need. So how much is an eDeliver 7 going to set you back? Well, it's very comparable to other medium-sized vans on the market at around £44,000 to £45,000. It does qualify for the grant from the government, which gives you £5,000 off, and also I'm sure you would be able to negotiate some kind of discount from your dealer, or if the deal's big enough, from Maxus themselves. So I've had a really good time with this vehicle. I spent 1,800 miles in the vehicle over a period of a week. I was never uncomfortable. So if you're doing a lot of mileage, this is a good vehicle. The charging speeds were great, and also it's hugely practical. You'll be able to configure it to meet the needs in your business. And if you're looking for an electric van, this one should be on your shopping list. Have a great day, everybody.